Hey folks. How's everybody doing? It is Friday at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I just had a call. I got a gig coming for tonight. Last minute call from Matt Enright, fantastic musician in town, to go and play at Library Bar, which I really like the Library Bar. It's a pretty cool venue, right in the middle of the city. So I thought I'd take the old jazz box, right? This guitar, so I put some new strings on it. I put 12, I've gone up a gauge, so they're 12 to 52s, Elixirs, as I've used for forever, for a long time now. Yeah, I went 12 to 52s, and I thought, man, I was just breaking it in, getting it used to it. And I thought, well, why don't I just jump on a live stream and show you what I was doing, right? To kind of get the strings broken in, because I don't want to turn up to the gig without having played the guitar, right? Because they'll be stretching out all over the place. I've noticed that this guitar's got a little bit of fret sprout. I can feel that's kind of sharp, sticking out a bit. Yeah, that one too. Need to get some work done on this. It's a great guitar though. This guitar, for those who don't know, it's 1948 Gibson L4. I bought it from a guy in Christchurch in New Zealand. He'd had it pretty much his whole life, and he was in his 70s, I think. And he wanted it to go to someone who actually played, not just someone who collects. I think he'd said something about selling a vintage car, and then it went to a collector in Japan, and he was kind of really disappointed. But his father bought this for him when he was 10. Interesting story, too, about the sticker. If you can see that. So it's the Black Jacks, which were an American American Air Force group that came to New Zealand. Because in those days you couldn't get American instruments in New Zealand. You just couldn't. You could only buy New Zealand made. So the Black Jacks, this Air Force group, one of them bought this guitar to New Zealand, and the guy who I bought it from, his father bought it off them. And on the way home to their house, he was 10 at the time, the guy. Someone stole it out the back of the car. He left it in the back of the car, went into the dairy and came back out and was gone. But they got it back because he'd taken it to a pawn shop because of the Blackjack sticker. And that's been on there for 70 years or something, this sticker. So it's staying. I did talk to a tech about how to possibly remove it, but the finish underneath would be like perfect. And then what would happen is you could age it. There is ways to age it. They'd mask off everything else and then put a heat light on it to try and dull it down to look like the rest. But I kind of think it's part of its story, right? Like this is what this guitar, how it's kind of part of its story, so I'm just going to leave it. Anyway, I thought I'd play some blues today. If you've got any questions, jump in the chat. I like doing these random live streams. I don't really like planning this out too much. I just want to jump in here and play some music. I got an hour till I have to go and do some stuff, so I thought, why not? Let's just jump on here, play some tunes. If you've got some questions, we'll do that. So this is Blues in B Flat by Phil Wilkinson Music, someone whose tracks I really like. So I'm going to, play along, see what happens. That's better. So do a little surgery on it. There was still a little bit of buzzing there. It's what's happening is it's hitting the pickup. The pickups. This is the smallest pickup you can get for a archtop guitar. Smallest humbucker, I should say. So in some positions so I just need to raise that up a little bit. Just going to screw the wheel up a touch. There's a point where it feels really good. So that's sort of what I'm aiming for. Let's try another one. This is Greasy Jazz Blues in C. Again, Phil Wilkinson music. These tracks are great, man. Proper players, you know. Organ and drums. No AI slop. There's heaps of that around. Which, you know, if you're going to play to a backing track, you might as well play to something that's actually musical. Right? So this guitar is going to go out of tune all over the place. Because new strings on, and they're a heavier gauge. These are 12 to 52s. I've had 11 to 49s on there for a minute. I wanted to go up a gauge, so I thought I'd jump on this live stream and kind of just play some tunes and sort of stretch the strings in before tonight's gig. Had a last minute gig come in, so that's cool. Let's get the level right for this. What's happened there? Huh? Weird, I can hear a little bit, but I can't hear it. What the hell's happened? That's strange. Huh. Should be 7 and 8. Is it back to wobble? Huh. Got no sound. Let's try a different one. Maybe that's that track. There we go. Don't know what happened there. Oh, that was really weird. The level had just dropped down on my iPad. I didn't touch it, so I don't know what happened there. Slow, Greasy Blues. Let's find that one that was in C. Slow, Greasy Blues. Where is it gone? Oh. Just finding this on my iPad. I just use these off YouTube. They're just backing tracks. So I'm running through the Bassman, which is back there somewhere. There we go. Here we go. thank you. John C. Mitchell Jr. says, good picking. Cheers, mate. Thanks. Breaking in the jazz box before tonight's gig. Just changed the strings. Went up a gauge. So these are 12 to 52. Had 11s on there before, and I thought, well, I might as well jump on here and just kind of break the strings in and play some stuff for you all. Hopefully it all sounds good. I'm just using my mic here. I've got a microphone just here, just out of shot, maybe that far away from me. So it picks up my voice, and I got the amp running back there. A little bit of buzzing there. So there's the old classic Gibson thing where the old ones where they joined here. There was a little bit of a ramp. I had it refretted when I got it, but still not totally sorted. But anyway. How's everyone doing? That's the sound I like the best when I play this guitar, is that mixture of a microphone sound. So this is the guitar by itself, no amp. And then bring the amp in. Still get that kind of string thing, you know, and you get it like kind of the acoustic quality blended with the sound of the amp, which has it's a lot more fatness. I would like to have reverb on the amp. I don't have reverb on this amp. I probably could have plugged in my reverb pedal, but I just wanted to just do this quickly. But that would be the only thing that I would do to kind of improve the sound, would be to put a little more reverb on there. I do need to get some work done on this. This fret's pretty sprouted a little bit. It's pretty sharp. It happens. Necks shrink and expand with the seasons. You know, wood changes, but steel doesn't. So the fret sticks out. That one's pretty sharp now. So I should get that done. I'd like to get the bridge pinned. I have found the bridge moves around a little bit, which is why I put a little bit of masking tape on here. But I should get it pinned underneath so it won't move. It just goes back to the same spot. And this little bit of tape, which you're probably wondering about. Can you see that? Just a little bit of tape in the middle of the bridge. Has that classic Gibson thing of the little metal bit along the back that holds the saddles down. Well, that rattles. So I got sick of that, so I kind of just taped it off. Now I'm going to find a tune called All Blues. If I'm going to play blues, why don't I play All Blues? It's a Miles Davis tune. But was it really? You know what I mean? A lot of tunes Miles claimed were his were not his. And that's just how it goes. But I've always liked this tune. It's got some interesting kind of things about it, because for one, it's in 6/8, so it sort of has a different vibe to the whole standard kind of 4/4 blues. You know what I mean? That up a touch. Let's try that. I just never get sick of playing that one. It's a good one, eh? Any questions? Anything you want to know? Anything I can help you with? Let me know. Anything you've heard that you think I should discuss? I'm more than happy to, of course. Let's have a look at this. Let's just make sure that's all coming through. I assume it is. There's just something about these old guitars, eh? They just don't make them like this anymore. They don't. You know, people say, oh, you know, there's nothing much in the wood or whatever. It's like, man, they just... There is something in the wood, you know, especially on something like this. It's an acoustic instrument, primarily, right? This didn't have a pickup. I had the pickup added. I was with the original pick guard sitting in the hallway in my garage. So this is a floating pickup, so it can always be reversed. This would need to be dealt with because I did get that pin slightly widened, but you know what I mean. This guitar's not that collectible anyway because of the sticker, right? And you know, it's been refretted. It's got a new nut. This is a player's guitar, you know. what's that called? Joe Henderson tune. I felt like playing some blues. I don't know why. Isotope. I think it's Isotope. We'll try this and see. See how much I can remember it.
One, two, three, four.
Cool backing track. It's a really good one. That is by Konstantin Taranenko. think that's how you say that. It's a cool track. It's a little fast considering I haven't played that song in a while, right? I kind of need to brush up on that one. It's a good tune. It's got some tricky chord changes. I mean, the first bit. That turnaround, I mean, I call it the Joe Henderson turnaround because it's one that I hear from this tune. But so C, A7, G flat, E flat, right? So if you think about it, C to A7 is down a minor third, and then A7 to G flat is down a minor third, and then G flat to E flat is down a minor third, and back to C is down a minor third. So it's just a cycle, right? All dominant chords, right? But down the diminished scale. But it's tricky. I really like that kind of stuff though, the parallel movements that happen in music. It's a good sound. And then of course that 2-5 up a step, you know what I mean? That's kind of got its challenges too in it, you know what I mean? But hey, I like it. I'm up for a challenge. And Joe Henderson stuff is always a challenge, you know? He likes his parallel. I mean, one of my favorite Joe Henderson tunes is... It's not a blues, but... These changes, right? That's tricky. All major sevenths, you know? Clever guy. Right, even just that, trying to play those changes. Pretty cool stuff, you know what I mean? Any questions? Anything you want to know? Maybe it's just a day where people just want to sit and listen today, and that's totally cool. But if you have any questions, fire away. And if you're in Wellington, come down to the Library Bar and you get to hear this in person. I'll take it down to the gig. I've just gone up to heavier gauge strings on this. It now has 11 to 52. Sorry, 12 to 52. I had 11 to 49. I've gone up to 12 to 52. It sounds better. I thought it would. I thought 12s would be the sweet spot. 11s were a little bit kind of thinner sounding. I still want to put that top string up a little bit. See if I can crank on that wheel a little bit. It's probably going to affect tuning. Just finding that top string just a little bit buzzy in some places. And on a guitar like this, you're never going to have perfect action. I mean, I was building 48, so what's that? How many years ago was that? 60, 70 plus years ago. It must be coming up on its 80th anniversary of this guitar. You know, when you're getting that kind of age, they sort of, you know, then it's never going to be a perfect thing. play. It's one of my favourite Thelonious Monk tunes. Let's do that. Just going to find the backing track. God, help if I can spell. This is our Blue Monk by Thelonious Monk. Let's go with this one. Phil Wilkinson. He's been doing us good service today. I really like Phil Wilkinson's music, his YouTube channel. So, man, I'd love to get to play with him sometime. What a cool organ player. Get mistakes for free. Yeah, that's fun. That's a cool track. Like I mentioned, that's Phil Wilkinson. His
Get
track.
1 carat high quality.
I don't want 1 carat. So I just thought, like I said, mentioned earlier, I thought I'd jump on here, just play some blues. I want to stretch in these strings there, brand new strings on here. Elixir 12 to 52s. This guitar had 11s. I thought I'm just gonna play them in for half an hour or something, get them ready for tonight's gig, and they're feeling like they're settling now, like they're not kind of going out of tune, which happens with new strings, every string. One thing I like about Elixirs is they just last a long time, right? You put one set of strings on, like the strings that were on here were probably on here for a year, right? Which is crazy, you know what I mean? And And speaking of gear that lasts, I mean, this thing's 70 years old now, right? Like, they just keep going and going and going. It's fantastic, you know what I mean? And there's a limited supply of them. I don't even know how many of these L4s are around from the 40s. Probably not that many, you know. I don't see people playing them that much. And she does sound pretty cool with distortion too. Like, it's an interesting kind of thing if you kind of go for a more distorted blues tone. I quite like that sound from it. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna have to go. I have to go and drop my daughter. She's got a job interview today, so I'm gonna take her out to her job interview. She's a bit annoyed with me because I just tipped some water over her head. she splashed the dog with some water, and he's scared of water. So to get her back, I tipped some water over her, and she was mad at me. But that's how it goes. Hopefully she'll get over it. Anyway, I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching.